Greetings and hi from Evolved Jiu-Jitsu. Here we are with some footage of a mixed martial arts event held in Hewler at Black Mamba gym. Quite literally mixed martial arts event, as there were kickboxing fights on the left and MMA fights on the right. Boxing and Sanda somewhere in the middle. It was a really good event. I think it was a great experience, considering that the MMA scene here is still growing and is building a strong foundation for itself, I'd like to imagine. Of course, we as the Evolve team had two fighters in which only recently transitioned to MMA from Sanda Kickboxing, of whom were fighters of Hamakaradari, Rebin Fazil, not to mention their older brother Kaga Manch. Our game plan was really simple. I mean, since we had so little time to prepare, we were really drilling how to take the back and get back mount while trying to prevent falling into guard or playing any guard game as such. Sad news, unfortunately, was that there weren't any opponents for our two fighters in their way, fight being promised them. It is what it is. It's early stages, as I said. We'll accept that the industry is still developing and these things happen. Luckily enough, they were able to get fights, just not MMA. Rather, one Sanda fight for men and one kickboxing fight for Hamza, which was the last fight of the night. So we ended up being there like a 12 hours straight. It was a great night on so many different levels, and I want to thank everyone who participated, more so those who managed it, as I'm eager to see the MMA scene grow here, and hopefully we'll play a large part in that. Why? Because as Alan Omar likes to say, we have a natural resource here, and those are born fighters. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to like and turn that notification button on so you don't miss anything from us. We hope you enjoyed the coming images as much as we did, and are excited as we are to see this kind of action in terms of martial arts. As the Evolve team are definitely going to be reporting backstage, front stage, every stage of anything that's going on in the MMA. And you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, more than likely everywhere and anywhere else. Without further ado, let's get straight into it and check out these fights. Furthermore, I think I'll just commentate instead, because I think it will be more interesting that way. Hamza, this is Hamza's fight, and Hamza is one of those young, up-and-coming Kurdish fighters. That natural raw strength, you know. He was we traveled together, of course, and they were showing me videos of him taking down a donkey, and obviously this donkey weighed like, I don't know how much, like 200 kilos, right? And he's just grabbed his head and just twisted it, and he's just floored him in a very wrestling manner. Anyway, in this fight, he is penalized for putting his head down when he's punching, and the referee warns him once, twice. He gets, I think, a point taken at one stage. But this kid, this is the last fight. This kid, his opponent, very brave. He was in the audience. He was watching the fight. And Hamza didn't have a fight. Man had already fought. And this kid got up and said, "Hey, you know, I'll fight you." And we took it. I was like, okay. And it seemed like a nice guy. It was very good sportsmanship on his behalf, and of course, expect no less from Kaga Manj and them boys. It was okay fight. Hamza felt he could have done better. I think he could have closed up shop earlier. But it was an intense fight, and the other kid looked good, but Hamza was just too raw for him, I think. And he's like that in the gym. He's just too raw. He's like that natural strength. Hamza goes on to win this fight. He wins all 3 rounds and wins by unanimous decision. And this is men's fight. Men's fight was a good fight. Some good exchanges. This was the first round where he gets taken down, and it's the last time he gets taken down. I think he wakes up after that and realizes he's got a job to do. He catches him a couple times. Sharp. I like him, and he's very sharp with his striking. Yeah, and he gets that just behind the shoulder, I guess. Maybe head contact. Scored as a knockdown though. This is some funky stuff. Why not? You only live once, and he goes on to win. This goes 3 rounds as well, unfortunately. I tried to get them to finish off their fights, but I think they were just too jet lagged, I guess. GG. Inevitably, they won, and I hope you enjoyed their fights, even though they weren't MMA, but we, of course, reported anyway and got some good footage. Hope you enjoy it. Stick around, because we definitely think it's worth it.
Hustle hard, never give up. Hustle hard, never give up. We land on this earth. Hustle hard. ها بيجدع شوها واسند وسريع انا تماما واسند